I'm Ellen McCauley, and one thing I want to say before I start that I failed to mention earlier is that Saturday night is the tournament of bands at West Genesee High School for the marching band. We have here the most powerful prayer group that I've ever witnessed. And right now we're going to bow our heads for 2 seconds and pray that I don't care if it's cold, but no rain. So Heavenly Father, no rain at the tournament of bands. And for those of you who want a night of fun and excitement, come out. It'll be awesome. Okay, tonight at Pray It Off, we're going to be talking about bad language. Last week we talked about stinking thinking, and I mentioned earlier that you think the bad thoughts, they come out your mouth. They are a major cause, the bad language, of weight loss failure. The first article I'm going to cite from is from the Diet Weight Loss Authority. And what they talk about is statements like this: I'm a stress eater. I'm just going to quit. I'm not doing well. I never do well. My life is too hectic, crazy, busy. I can't lose weight. I'm going to quit. All of those are justifications for a bad behavior or a cry for sympathy. I might have gained 3 pounds, but please feel sorry for me, Ellen. I had a really bad week. That is what we're doing. There are several people in this group, they get on the scale, they weigh in, they take it like a man or a woman, whatever it is, they don't make excuses, they leave, give me a hug, back to their seat. But there are many, the majority, who start with the bad language. It's easy to go to McDonald's because it's so fast and I'm so busy and my life is so hectic. I have to have pizza because it's so fast and my life is so hectic and stressful. And the time that you go to McDonald's, I could whip up a tasty salad and peel a banana. That is not true. It is not true that it's easy to go to McDonald's because it's fast. It's easy to go to McDonald's, it's easy to have pizza because that is what we trained ourselves to do. That is our reward for hectic, busy company. Now, if you had company come in and you said, oh, I fixed some nice salmon on the grill and there's a beautiful side salad, would they say, are you kidding me? Where's the pizza? Now, if you have people in your life like that, you just might, you know? But you need to maybe train them. And they might say, well, maybe we better eat before we go because they're going to have fish and salad. But no. We also, and this is important, this person from the Diet Weight Loss Authority figured it takes 10 miles of walking to burn off the calories in a McDonald's lunch. 10 miles! Think about that the next time you go, oh, I've been so good, I think I'll have a Whopper with cheese. I have not had a Whopper with cheese in 3.5 years, and I survived. Look, survived. Also, when you talk like that, when you say, I'm so stressed, I'm so busy, I'm so tired, what you're saying is, my body isn't important to me. Everything else is important to me, but taking care of myself. I'll give you a vacation. I will give you vacation any day of the week. I'll give you Christmas. I'll give you Thanksgiving, your birthday. But some people in the group, many people in the group, are on vacation every other day. They're like, oh yeah, I'm going to Acapulco tomorrow, and next week I'm going here and there. If you eat like a mad person every time you go on vacation, and you go on vacation all the time, you're going to weigh 300 pounds. Or if you treat every time you go out to dinner as a special occasion, this is the modern society. We go out to dinner all the time. You can get fish. They sell it. You can get salads. It's a choice that you have to make. Eating healthy foods, exercising regularly is what you have to decide is what you want to do. You have to listen to your language. Just last week we did a whole thing on stinking thinking. Somebody came to the scale tonight and I said, oh, you look so lovely tonight. And you notice I'm not looking at anyone in specific when I say this story. And they go, oh no, I go, excuse me? They started going, I look terrible, and I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? And they went, oh, thank you. They remembered. You're supposed to say, thank you. We're not supposed to have that bad language come out. And if someone said to me, oh, Ellen, I like that jewelry, Thank you. I might say it's from a garage sale because I'm proud of that. I'm not saying that is bad language. I think anytime you mention something's from a garage sale, that's saying what great salesmanship I have. But the thing is, you need to watch the way you talk, especially about yourself. If you're standing there with your child, and someone came up and said, your teenager, and they said, oh, you look so handsome and nice. You said, that bum, he looks like crap. Would you say that about someone else? No, but you say it about yourself. Oh, me? Oh, I look awful. Oh, I'm going to quit. I'm not doing well. I'm going to quit. I'm not, my body won't give up the weight. Well, hell no. There are a couple people, yeah. But there's one person in particular, she was saying that week after week. And I said, well, you know what? Did you ever really take a good look at your snacks? She goes, well, a lot of them are healthy snacks. I said, but did you hear what you said? A lot of them are healthy snacks? Yeah, because that means there's some that aren't either. I said, give me 1 week with no snacks. See if you can do it. And she said, by Wednesday, last night, she says, I can't do it. And then she says, wait a minute, I did it. Pray it off tomorrow. She lost 3 pounds, number one. And number two, she felt so victorious. And then she said, when I got to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, it was like, don't get in my way. This is my food. How many times have I told you that? We gave up snacking, and it's like the phone rings. I don't care if it's President Obama wanting my advice on the economy. I let it go to voicemail because I'm eating my food. We need to make decisions on what we're going to do. Then we're going to talk about the power of the positive language. If you were at the scale, and let's say you gained a pound, I'm like, oh, it's okay. Next week, back in the saddle. Do I ever say to you guys, man, you suck? You're not even trying. Well, look at this crap you're eating. I'm going to kick you out of the group. You don't even belong here. What are you doing? No, I try to say, hey, let's get back in the saddle. Let's kick it up. Let's try consistency. I try to be positive about it because many of us are bad enough to ourselves. You certainly don't need me to be bad to you. But I do believe that positive language that you so gracefully give to other people, no one has ever come into the scale and said to me, Ellen, you look like crap tonight. No one's ever said that. I'm sure there was nights that I did, but you greet me with positive language. Think of your own self. And let's talk about this. I love this by Susan Wilson. What we're talking about here is that I love that they did this article. Okay, the plumber's at your house, he's fixing your drain, you get to work, and you left him, but there's somebody else at home, but he calls you. The plumber's on the phone. What's the first thing you think?
What's wrong?
What's wrong? It's costing a lot of money. He's calling to say it's worse than he ever imagined. He needs a part. It's very expensive. Do you ever think, oh, he's probably calling to tell me that it went really, really fast and he's not going to charge me as much as I thought? Mm-hmm. Do you ever think that? Who would have thought that in this group? What we have to do is stop this flea thinking. What they talk about flea thinking is you get a little piece of information and then you jump to conclusions about it. You jump to conclusions, and we do that in art. It's like, not only do we jump to conclusions about negative thinking, we jump to the food, about things that might not ever happen, that might not be true, that might not, like last week, there was a rumor that current employees couldn't bid on the open jobs, that they were going to go outside for all the new hires. And a lot of people were freaking out about it. Instead, I went to the powers that be and said, I can appreciate that, but what about us union employees who have been waiting very patiently for the jobs to come up? No one ever thought about that. All of a sudden it came out. They didn't mean union employees. Instead of jumping to conclusions, quitting, freaking out, I went, asked a question. That's what we need to do. Go to the source, find out what it is. Here's another thing. If one of your friends doesn't call you back, and like people say that about me, because my life's a little hectic. And one person, called me, and she said, I just wanted to talk. So maybe a week or two went by, and I called back, and they said, were you mad at me? You didn't call me back. Are you mad? Are you mad? I'm like, no, I'm not mad, but you just said you wanted to talk, and now I can talk. We do that all the time. Someone walks by us, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Are they mad at me? You know, when you start eating over these things, when you start getting upset because you're imagining things that aren't even real, that's when you really need to watch what you're thinking and your positive words that come out. And I love this quote by Unknown. I always think about, who is this unknown? Because they say an awful lot of stuff. This one says, every tomorrow has two handles. You can take the handle of worry or the handle of enthusiasm and more positive thought. As the choice goes, so will your day. If you say to yourself, this day is going to stink, I hate this day, I hate everything about it, and I have started saying every morning, something good's going to happen to me today. It's going to be really great. And you know, when you start out thinking that way, it starts your day so much more positive. I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.